So the first question is it possible for a voice to have a different timbre at different points in the voice? The answer to this question is absolutely. Some of this comes down to your unique voice, but a lot of it can be tweaked with technique. For example, being able to maintain a low larynx while also having a forward tongue while hitting a high note can make a note sound way more full. Versus being able to make the decision to have a high larynx or have a low larynx or even control your timbre takes a really long time and is very hard to do. But yes, it is possible, though you really shouldn't focus on that to start. One of these days I'm gonna remember to take my headphones off. Anyway. And now for the second question, is it possible to have a second break where one voice type has it, yet still be a separate voice type because your tessitura is found more often in songs for that specific separate voice type? Absolutely. You don't want to impose a voice type category on your voice. What you want to do is you want to discover where your voice fits best. Tessitura is where your voice sits more comfortably. It is not about how high you can go, it is not about how low you can go. As a tool, tessitura is way more useful than trying to figure out what voice type you are. It's important to find where your voice likes to live, and we're going to get into how to do that right now. You should really seek to aim for a musical understanding of your voice. This is why scales during warm-ups are so valuable, and why having a piano around, even if it's a virtual piano that you Google, is incredible. Even if you cannot afford a keyboard, virtualpiano.net has the ability for you to plunk out notes and find out where your voice is most comfortably sitting. And that's why voice type should not be imposed upon your voice. At best, voice classifications offer a superficial understanding of your voice. There is no substitution for regularly warming up and regularly playing with your voice inside of a musical context so that you understand where your tessitura lies. Because again, it's all about tessitura. And that allows us to move on to finding artists whose songs we can comfortably sing. Maybe the voice classification of mezzo soprano makes a lot of sense for you, but you are inconsistent with your low end. Well, in that case, Ella Fitzgerald or Billie Eilish both sit in a lower range relative to a soprano, but they don't go too low. And so that's how you would know that those artists are great for you. When you pick repertoire, pick songs that work for you. There's nothing wrong with picking songs that challenge you, but if you are going to pick songs that challenge you, make sure that they challenge one thing. For example, I chose to work on songs that often hit and sustain right around A natural. A natural as a note is not necessarily an issue. I can go way higher than that, but that part of my voice specifically gives me a lot of problems. Phrase by phrase, anything that contains an A natural becomes tricky for me, and so I pick repertoire on notes that I can hit, but where I'm having some difficulty. I encourage you to take what works from voice classification, what helps you from classifying your voice, and then if it doesn't fit, throw it out. Take what works, leave the rest. Your mental health will be infinitely better for it, I promise you. If you have any questions, if you want to know literally anything, you are welcome to ask me through direct messages or any of the contact information that I have down below. Find me, ask me questions, send a recording. I don't charge for this. I also release videos regularly, so subscribe to the channel and hit the all notification little bell thing to make sure that you don't miss out. And until next time, happy singing.